So a few weeks ago, a CFO shared this calculator. It's an LTV CAC calculator, which basically helps you to know the lifetime value of each client you get and the cost per acquisition of each client. And what it really does is help you know if you're profitable or even as profitable as you think you are. It's a very good calculator. I suggest you try it out. Anyway, if I was building a sales funnel for this CFO, here's a couple of things I would do. Number one, I'm going to make the calculator a lot more interactive, like what you see on the screen. That's really going to help the experience of using the calculator more fluid, and it also gives people a picture, like a clear picture of what their LTV is and their CAC is. And what that really does is really help you to gauge if your firm is profitable and all of that. But also the reason why it's a lot more, maybe it will be easier for users to use this calculator by my left, is because it looks like something they're used to. It looks like a tool they're used to. And as much as a lot of numbers is good and you should understand your numbers, it's easier to take in when it's from an interface that you're used to. So that's the first thing I would do. I would I'll create this calculator on the left to make it more interactive. It's the same calculator, just a little more dressed up. Next thing I will do is also to group every response into 3 categories. So maybe the danger zone, which is maybe LTV below 1.5 and CAC about 1.1. So maybe I'll categorize every user under that to the danger zone. Then you have the good zone and then the great zone. This is just an assumption of what you can name the zones, right? And maybe the good zone is people with more than 0.5 LTV to 1.1, and then the great zone about 3.1 LTV to 1.1. You get the gist of it. But basically, when you categorize all your users into those 3 categories, you're able to sequence your nurturing emails to them. You're able to sequence and you're able to personalize the experience that each user would have to them. So for example, if a user uses it, if I use it and I get below 1.5 as my LTV, that's the danger zone. If I use it, this is the landing page that the calculator will take me to. If I'm in the good zone, this is the landing page it will take me to. If I'm in the great zone, this is the landing page it will take me to. So each landing page is tailored towards the response of the user. It's more personalized, it's more customized. It's not a general feel to everyone. And we'll take it a step further by delivering different nurturing email to each category. So for example, if I was in the good zone, this is an email that I will get before the meeting. One of the things I like to do is sequence the emails. So you get a series of emails before the meeting to set expectations, to maybe let you know the things or the numbers that you should come to the meeting with, and also help you realize how important the meeting is by showing you the possibilities of what we will achieve in the meeting. So for example, if I was in the good zone, I will get this as my first pre-meeting email. I'll get this as my second pre-meeting email, maybe about 48 hours to the meeting, and I'll get this as my third pre-meeting email, maybe an hour to the meeting. So it's not just a reminder, but actually you're telling people, you're reminding them about the meeting, but as well you're showing them the importance of the meeting. And let's say we have the meeting and we're able to discuss and we decide which of the service would suit me as maybe an attorney, which of the service would suit me better to help me upgrade from the good zone to the great zone. This is an example of the nurturing email I will send to the clients and sequence to the clients if I was helping with the nurturing email sequence for the CFO. So this will be sent, let's say, a day after the meeting. This is just really to reiterate everything that was said in the meeting and also how it ties to the service that we talked about in the meeting, or we spoke about in the meeting. And then maybe 2 days or 3 days after, I'll send this other email. That's at this point, if they've not booked, this is another email I'll send to maybe the attorney in this case, who has used the LTV calculator and wants to go from good zone to great zone. This is what I'll send. And then maybe 3 days after, I'll send another email, maybe this, and then 4 days after, I'll send another email, maybe this. So the way you nurture, clients, for a lot of clients, maybe they're not taking the decision to buy after the first meeting. Sometimes they just need to think about it, or they need a little more persuasion. So that's the importance of the nurturing sequence. You're really nurturing clients from booking the meeting to actually becoming paid clients. Now, if after the fourth email they still haven't booked, you can add them to a different segment in your email, which puts them in the good zone. That way, you're not sending the same email to them as you're sending to the people in the red zone or even to the people in the gray zone. Your email is more tailored to their situation, is more tailored to their taste, is more tailored to the goal they want to achieve. And that's one of the beautiful things about a sales funnel. You're able to discover the pains of your clients, of your prospects, and you're able to tailor your message to fit those pains, to fulfill those needs. So it's not just about you, it's actually about the clients and what they need. If you want a full breakdown of this funnel and how I will sequence it, or how I will build the tool, or how I build the landing pages, because we have about 4 or 5 landing pages in this particular funnel. If you want to know about it, it's my DM and I'll share a case study about the funnel. Actually, you can just comment case study below and I'll share a case study of the sales funnel with you. All right, bye.